Alright, what's up, party people? I hope you guys are doing well today, this Sunday afternoon. Joe Dobby here, back at it again with another deck profile for you, and this is probably my most favorite deck built so far. It is the purple BT4 MetalGarurumon deck with the Digiburst and allowing you to play options, etc., etc. So we're going to dive right into it. I think this is my most unique, I guess, deck or iteration of the different types of MetalGarurumons that you're going to see, which is why I'm low-key proud of it. Let's go over it. So I'm running 4 copies for the eggs of Demimeramon. Demimeramon allows for draw on deletion, so you get to draw 1 and then trash 1. Really good egg to facilitate the drawing of tools you need, options, etc. So pretty good. Got 1 copy of Shaomon here. Shaomon's a super good card. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon gains retaliation. Josh, Joe Dobby, retaliation. How does that work with Digiburst? Well, just don't Digiburst the Shaomon. Just don't Digiburst the Shaomon, and you're good. So we're gonna go into the rookies. We've got a nice little 4 copy of Devimon, your 2-cost 3K rookie. Really good card. I'm debating whether to play the structure deck Devimon because it's 4K. It's a little bit higher. Mistymon won't kill it. So, you know, something to think about there. Personally, I think this is fine though. Just because I worry of the 1 cost involved with that Devimon. I think it'll slow the deck down a lot, which is why not too much of a fan. I will risk it. We've got 4 copies of Labramon here. Very good card. Bye-bye Tapermon, am I right? Haha, no. Tapermon is always in here. So, on play, trigger draw 1 and then trash 1 from your hand. Really good card. Next, we will be going into the Digiburst engine. So, I'm playing 13 rookies. Ghostmon makes it feel like I'm playing 16, which is why I feel like I should just play 10. But we will see with further testing because, you know, the less rookies I play, the higher chance I will struggle early game to produce any draw. But at the same time, once Ghostmon is received, I could probably play 4 Ghostmon, bring it down to 12 rookies, and tech something else. It'll be really good. So, inheritable effect, when this card is trashed due to activating the Digiburst of the Digimon stack, you add it to your hand. So, really good card there. And the absolute beast himself, we are running 2 copies of Gazimon because Gazimon is absolutely disrespectful. On all turns, your opponent can't gain memory except with Tamer effects. It'll shut down Hammer Spark. It'll shut down a lot of the memory gain through battle or destroying Digimon in green. It can even work well in a mirror. So very, very good card. Like, I've been running 2 Gazis since Gazi came out. You just gotta. And if you don't believe me, give it a test. Try it out. 4 copies of the 1 cost to Evo 5k DP Devimon blocker. I like this card a lot, not just because it's a Devimon, but because it's also a blocker at 1 cost to Evo, which allows me to get to my ultimates really quickly. And with Digiburst, I can actually bring it back through Nailbone, etc. So really good. I am running 4 copies of Meramon. Once again, very good 1 cost to Evo 5k DP. The beauty about the Meramon is it allows me to get into an ultimate as fast as I can. This deck is all about the level 5s before you get into MetalGar, and you'll see in a sec why, but that is why I have a full 4. And lastly, more vanillas for level 4. We have 3 copies of Dobermon. So this Dobermon, initially I didn't really find use for it, but then I started looking into a lot of the meta and learning that War Greymon, when attacking, reduce one of your opponent's Digimon by 6k DP. So without a full stack, Dobermon can actually survive for a level 4 Digimon. That's great. It allows me to comfortably raise a rookie, go into Dobermon depending on the War Grey stack, and then it opens up the next rookie slot available so I can, you know, the next raising slot available so I can Digivolve accordingly and get more draw. So Dobermon kind of saves me in that regard, which is why I like the card. Bars. 4 copies of Cerberusmon Werewolf Mode, and I think this is what separates my deck from a lot of the other Metalgar decks out there. Cerberusmon Werewolf Mode has Rush. It is 3 cost to Evo, and at 9k DP, it's very high for a purple level 5 Digimon as far as DP is concerned, besides Phantomon. So Werewolf Mode also has an on-play effect. You may delete one of your opponent's Cerberusmon, to gain 9 memory. So you're essentially playing Cerberusmon for free with Rush if you have a regular Cerberusmon out. You also get draw power off the Cerberusmon, which I will show you in a bit. And that is essentially the kind of like all-in move that this deck wants to do and swing for lethal. So there's a lot of ways you can kind of bring this Cerberusmon out without your opponent being able to play around it, and I'll show you in a bit. Running only 2 copies of this Cerberusmon, which is obviously counterintuitive. People will usually do 4 of each because you want to see both as often as you can. But I found that this Cerberusmon is kind of just sitting there until you get your werewolf mode, and I'm not really a fan of that, which is why I built this deck in the first place, because I wanted a MetalGarurumon deck that is more aggressive in nature and does not play Anubismon, because I have all my Anubismons in another deck. Yeah, so this card actually on deletion, draw 2, trash 1. Very good synergy, obviously, with the Cerberusmon werewolf mode, because you get the draw engine through deletion, and then you have a rush Digimon coming out at the same time, so really good there. 3 copies of Lady Devimon, one of my bigger draw engines in the deck. When Digivolved, draw 2 and trash 2, so I can actually start trashing some of the Cerberusmon, particularly the werewolf mode and the regular Cerberusmon. They're my main trash targets. Dobermon is also a good trash target, and I'll show you guys why in a bit. We'll go over lines of play as well, so if anyone's wondering. MetalGarurumon is the bread and butter of this deck. It's the main star. 3 cost to Evo, which is very safe, very good. Main Digiburst 2. So you trash 2 sources from, MetalGarurumon to activate Digiburst, and you can use a purple option card with a memory cost of 7 or less in your hand without paying its memory cost. Absolutely busted effect. And I will show you some lines of play which make this card absolutely insane. 2 copies of Plutomon. Plutomon is more of a pinch card. It's there to allow me to secure a removal spell while digivolving into Omega, to advance my board state and remove theirs or take care of theirs. In addition to that, the draw 2 is also really amazing. It gets me to my MetalGaruru if I end up opening with this more often. You don't really want to see this guy more often than the MetalGar, so I run the very big difference of 4-2. And then we're going to go into the options, and hopefully you guys can get a picture of what I'm trying to do with this deck. But we'll go over lines of play anyway. So I'm running 3 copies of Necrophobia on play. Main phase, play 1 level 5 purple Digimon from your trash without paying its cost. On play effects don't activate. So Rush is not an on play effect. Rush is just a mechanic that is incorporated into Werewolf mode, which is why it has Rush when you Necrophobia. It's awesome. So he can still swing from the grave with Necrophobia. It doesn't necessarily need the Cerberusmon to do so. Running 2 copies of Darkness Claw. I tried thinking about Jack Raid, but this deck does not trash as often as you'd think. And I like the main phase effect of gaining 3k DP for the turn, because it allows my werewolf mode to go up to 12k from a rush and then swing for 12k and be relatively safe, right? So, and on security, it's a Jack Raiden security, so I just thought, it's just double wins there. I'm only running 2 because the space is tight, and Darkness Claw, what's the point of having MetalGarurumon and Plutomon if you're only going to be using them for Darkness Claw? I don't really see the use of that. Nailbone, I'm only teching 1 of. You may play 1 purple level 3 Digimon card and 1 purple level 4 Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. Any on-play effects don't trigger. And then from security, you may play 1 purple level 4 or lower. So, very good card overall. The Nailbone is 7 costs, so MetalGarurumon can play it for free. Very good there. Very good way to kind of some of the things that I've done with this deck is amazing. I'll show you in a bit. So, Trump Sword, 2 copies. Hopefully it shows up in security, but, I got the MetalGar, so I can totally use it for free for my hand. 1 copy of Hell's Gate. Unfortunately, it adds to your hand after seeing it out of a security check. But delete one of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon, and you can play it for free with MetalGarurumon or Plutomon, which is what makes it really, really good. So I had to run the 1 of. I don't really see Nailbone as often, so I might run 2 Hell's Gate. We'll see what happens. And then 2 copies of Matt Ishida. We already know who Matt is, guys. Memory Tamer, so I start at 3 at the start of my turn, regardless of what may happen, and return one purple card from trash, Digimon or option, to my hand. That said, we're going to go into some of the lines of play here. My favorite combo of this deck is the MetalGarurumon stack. So when you look at the MetalGarurumon stack, ideally, you know, I like this Cerberusmon in here, maybe a Dobermon, and then a rookie or an egg. Let's say Shaomon. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say Labramon and Shaomon, right? You can actually Digiburst out the Cerberusmon and the Dobermon in order to play Necrophobia. And when you play Necrophobia, that can actually bring out your Cerberusmon, which you had just recently Digibursted. And once you bring that out, if you have a Cerberusmon Werewolf in your hand, you can actually play Cerberusmon Werewolf in your hand for free when you destroy the Cerberusmon that you Necrophobia'd from a Digiburst. That is probably the most complex line of play for the deck. Everything else is just a micro or a different version of that main play, but that is ultimately the flex play, so to speak. It's the play that's like, whoa, okay, you're big brain. Like, that's the biggest part of it. How consistent it is, it's fairly consistent. And when Necrophobia comes out from security, you want to get this Cerberusmon out from trash, right? That way you can set up Werewolf mode to swing for free. So I am still debating whether to do 2 Lady Devi and then 3 of this Cerberusmon. But I kind of like the 3 Lady Devi because it allows me to kill rookies when I use options. In addition to that, guys, Dobermon definitely allows you to play through War Greymon matchups very well. Another key thing that you can run here, once again, the Necrophobia use of MetalGarurumon and Plutomon allows you to set up regular Cerberusmon so you can do Cerberusmon Werewolf from your hand. However, there will be times where you might have a Werewolf mode underneath the MetalGar. So you can actually Digiburst 2 with Werewolf mode being one of the Digimon in the stack, and then play Necrophobia and just go directly into Werewolf mode. And then the Werewolf mode comes out with Rush immediately. It doesn't actually require this to have Rush. It just requires this to play for free. So it's a very, very nice combo there. It's a lot of fun, which is why I really like it. What else? Sometimes you can use Darkness Claw once you've brought out the Cerberusmon, because if you're bringing it out for free, whatever memory you're on, you're still on it. So if you're not on 0, you can pretty much Darkness Claw and get Werewolf to 12k, securing an even better hit, a more successful hit. And then from there, you can Digivolve into Plutomon, and then play Necrophobia, and then bring out another regular Cerberus to set up the next Werewolf mode that you have. So there are a lot of lines of play in this deck that lead to Cerberusmon Werewolf doing a ton of damage for you. Nailbone is there to kind of close the game for you. So if your opponent's at like 2 security, you've done all the shenanigans, you've run out of Werewolf modes, but you have a MetalGar stack with maybe 2 sources underneath, just go ahead and Digiburst that, play a Nailbone, get Dobermon out so you can at least like swing with more success, and then get a, I don't know, a Gazimon out if you want to prevent Tamers. If you want to prevent, you know, any memory gains minus the gains from Tamers, or if you want to bring out another rookie just to swing for game, you can kind of solidify that way. I like the 3 Lady Devimon because I'm killing a rookie each time I pretty much play an option. However, I might actually reduce this to 2 and have a 3rd service. But that's the profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you.